what changed the game for us is just having all of our revenue data in one place as well. So because we're a mobile focused publisher, you really have to be a bit more creative with the tests that you can conduct, because you don't have the digital real estate to play around with the layout so much. So we really need as much real-time data as possible, and also data on the user session as well, because that's actually our biggest way of analyzing how long the user engages with our articles, and therefore what we've got within the space that we've got to monetize. There's also the issue of customizability when it comes to reporting. We're quite a tech-focused company, so we like to run lots of A/B tests as well. And often, well, we work with Google Ad Manager as an ad server, but as most companies will find, there's actually, due to the volume of data involved, quite strict limits in terms of the reports you can pull just using the tools that you have at your disposal. So we were looking for an analytics provider that could really help us with real-time data on a session level, but also give us the customizability to dissect all the data that was coming in real time as well. But actually, in terms of a platform that was able to give us session level data, but also the ability to connect to our Google Ad Manager and actually extract that data and then dissect it as we wanted, and not only with predefined dimensions, but with dimensions that we could create as well. There really wasn't one single solution that could do all that, and Google Ad Manager does in theory have the data that you want, but actually to be able to connect that and then action it, especially when you want to conduct real-time A/B tests, is quite difficult. Monitoring the real-time session level data of our users with metrics like ads per session or page views per session, it's quite easy to set up automated alerts that let us know when something has gone wrong. We do often work with some server-side technologies as well that do help us with that, but actually in terms of the user level data, Assertive Yield really has added an extra layer of security to our day-to-day. The ability to slice data however you want is a real bonus, and it's something that Assertive Yield itself is unique in offering, certainly to my knowledge. We didn't hesitate to implement an A/B test dimension, which meant that, as I said, we can kind of split our users up into test portions, but also if you can create it on the page, you can pass it to Assertive Yield and you'll be able to just analyze it. So we've created custom dimensions for all things such as templates, layouts, even demographic, I think we're starting to implement. So actually it just gives us the ability to answer any question linked to our users that we can think of, really. So I think recently you guys have just launched a metric which is new versus returning users, which actually allows us to differentiate between users that return, have seen our sites before, and actually users that are brand new, which is really useful when you want to conduct tests linked to consent and updating, consent notices or CMPs, things like that. So I think from dimensions to metrics, Assertive Yield kind of have got it really covered. So tech-wise, Assertive Yield couldn't really have been easier. It's quite a simple on-page integration. It's just a few lines of JavaScript, and then when it comes to implementing custom dimensions in GAM, the documentation has all the information that you would need. It's pretty hard to go wrong. In terms of the team, Assertive Yield, we've never had an issue with them, and they're always very, very attentive to us whenever we have a question. We have a shared Slack group, which I think never remains quiet for more than a few hours, because we always have some questions, but I don't think we've ever had to wait more than 1 hour to get a response, even on Friday evenings. So feeling very looked after in that regard. Because we're mobile focused, what really matters to us from a monetization perspective is the revenue per session. So across the whole session, how much revenue are we gaining from the user? And actually, with Assertive Yield's ability to kind of dissect the data based on portions of traffic that we've set ourselves, but also to collect all of our data from all our platforms in one place, we've basically been able to conduct tests that we wouldn't have been able to before. So actually, we've conducted a whole range of tests throughout the years, ranging from different formats to different ad sizes, to yield management strategies as well. But for us, we've been able to analyze and then roll out the impact of tests which have led to drastic revenue per session increases, up to 15 and 20% at a time, because of that ability to really just analyze all of our integrations in one place. What changed the game for us is just having all of our revenue data in one place as well. So we are mobile, but we have every type of inventory. We have video, we have display and native too, and AssertiveYield now has the ability to just aggregate that all in one place, which means that when you want to conduct A/B tests, as any publisher should do, you actually get straight away a whole picture, which is invaluable to us. And I think whereas you could, with Google Ad Manager, pass custom A/B test values back and have bits of the picture, having everything in one place and therefore being able to report on everything in one place changes the game for us. And actually being a mobile publisher as well is even more important, because even the smallest changes in user experience can have quite drastic impacts on session length or user engagement, and it's super important to be able to see that across all your integrations and inventory, and not just focusing on the certain type of inventory that you're testing. Absolutely, I recommend AssertiveYield to a colleague, and if I had to say something to them, I guess it would be just don't underestimate the importance of having all your data in one place, because once you have it all in one place and can read it or do what you want with it, and dissect it how you want with it, it just kind of removes one additional layer of decision making, or indeed verifications that you have to do when deciding the direction of your monetization strategy.